Hello, everyone. My name is Hejab Sahibzada, and topic of collective illusions in online spaces. Without further ado, so the agenda for today's presentation will consist of a brief introduction to collective illusions, followed by some problems and sub-problems of the topic. We will continue with some root causes, examples, and statistics. And after that, we will discuss why I care about this specific problem and how that led me to creating the prototype for my solution. We will conclude with some concrete steps for the solution and what you can do to tackle the problem of collective illusions in your life. So why exactly is this a problem? Well, collective illusions leads individuals to make decisions that are contrary to their private opinions simply because they incorrectly believe that most other people agree with it. So basically, collective illusions are a large, big social lie that nobody really knows about. And even though people actually do share values, they don't know that, and thus this breeds mistrust. How is this a problem? Well, as we said before, collective illusions breeds mistrust in society. And in a society where there is so much mistrust between the civilians, a democracy cannot function. Well, and the second problem is that these illusions can warp the values of future generations, because the collective illusions of one generation can become the private opinions of the next generation. And we will look at this more in depth in further examples. Collective illusions is a matter of personal authenticity as well. It's not just about society or nationality. It also goes on a personal level because by conforming to the public and by conforming to what you perceive to be the majority, not only are you going against who you think you are, you're also harming the group. And we will look at that further as well. So one of the major collective illusions today in society is around what success means. It is largely believed that the majority think that success is richness, fame, and money, while in reality, most people privately believe that real success is character development and life quality. While this is a collective illusion for today's generation, for example, it can become the private opinion of the next generation, and this can be a detrimental consequence because the next generation will have to find out the hard way that success does not only revolve around certain things and that there plenty of ways to reach success. And there are similar collective illusions surrounding stuff like education and politics. So what exactly are the causes? Now, some of the causes are conformity, self-censorship, and social media, and we will look at each of these more in depth. Conformity is basically the fear of ostracism and the fear of being cast out from the group. Self-censorship is when people silence themselves and keep their private opinions to themselves because they believe that their private opinions contradict the majority of the people in the group that they belong to. Also, while collective illusions have been around probably since the start of civilization, have been discovered for the past 100 years, it has been especially prominent in today's social media age and today's easy access information age, because social media facilitates rapid shifts in perceived consensus. 62%, which is 2/3 of Americans, are prone to self-silencing. And because people are self-silencing themselves and keeping their true values to themselves, democracy cannot function well this way. So why exactly do I care? Well, collective illusions isn't something that is often discussed or even known. And because the moment I discovered it, it had a strong effect on me. There are like invisible walls surrounding us and limiting the amount of societal and personal change that can occur. And I want that to happen. And in my first step to becoming part of the solution, I decided that raising awareness is really the first step, which is what led me to creating my podcast about collective illusions in online spaces. It is available on Anchor and Spotify, and I'll be sharing the link in the chat, so please do check it out when you have the time. Now, that aside, what is the solution for you? And what are some of the concrete steps that you can take in order to identify and battle the collective illusions in your life? You can do this by creating a space and environment for the people around you to be honest with their opinions and values. And this way, you can really avoid collective illusions around things that are really important to you. One of the causes, as we said, is groupthink, which is conformity. And in order to avoid that, you can be in multiple groups so that you can avoid the fear of ostracism or avoid dependency in one group. Another key to battling collective illusions is individual and societal congruence. So far, this is the project that I have been working on, and I would like to share with you some of the reflections that I have made so far and some of the skills that I've developed. There are, of course, research and writing skills as I researched and looked into the project through various methods, as well as wrote multiple essays as part of the research process. And there was, of course, the script writing, which really enhanced my writing skills. As part of creating the podcast, I had to work with editing tools, and that really honed my video editing and audio editing skills. And there was also the management. In addition to project management, I developed time management skills, and just working on this project in general was a very exhilarating experience. As we reach the end of this presentation, I would like to share a quote with you by Carl Gustav Jung, who said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you really are." And that is the virtue of congruence. Thank you for your attention. To reach out to me in case you have any questions or comments.